Well, I want more. It was not enough. This is a tutorial about how to zipline on a Via Ferrata. I want more. Can I go back and have more? Beautiful. A viewer to the channel by chance just asked me to create such tutorial. It happens that I just did a zip line on a Via Ferrata, so I have a material. I can do that for you. I wasn't thinking to push a tutorial about it, so here I am adding the missing links into that content. Ziplining. Ziplining on a Via Ferrata is dangerous. It requires attention to detail and experience. You need to know what you are doing, and you have to pay attention. And you have to know how to brake. And you have to know how to recover in case you brake midline. So a couple of things that makes the whole experience complicated. It's not that straightforward. It's not that easy. So ziplining is something special, it is amazing, but you have to pay attention. Good. So, what do you need? Or what are the dangers? Well, let's do it like this. In this video, I already showed you the intro, how I did it. I'm speaking now, I'm presenting the whole thing, like filling the gaps. And then I'm presenting it again how I'm doing it. And then I will show you the system. You'll see, I will speak to the camera and you'll see how the system looks, my system, to then show you how I'm doing it, how I clip it all together. So this is the video. Hopefully it will help you. What should you be afraid or scared when you zipline on a Via Ferrata and you don't know that zipline? The end. At the end, you don't know how you will brake. And also, what else you don't know is how fast you'll go, how fast you'll slide. These are two variables that make the whole thing dangerous and a big unknown. How fast do you go really doesn't matter. Well, it does at the end, because if you don't naturally brake through the way they calibrated the zip line, then you have a problem, because you might crash straight into the wall, and you don't want that because you'll break. You can break anything or everything. So, going fast, not a problem, as long as you have a high efficiency pulley made for Via Ferrata. Because if you don't have a right pulley, going too fast might break the pulley, and now it is a disaster. So going fast, not really a big deal as long as you have the right gear, and as long as you eventually start braking. If you eventually start braking, it is safe, you will get to the end of it and you'll get out and everyone is happy. If you don't start braking towards the end of a zip line, then comes the other issue: how do you brake? It really depends on the situation. If you rotate, even worse, because if you rotate on the line, you can no longer brake now. So you have to pay attention to that, on how you calibrate yourself, because if you reach the end and you don't naturally brake through the friction of a pulley, of the carabiners, and then through how the gravitational force acts on this whole zip line, if you don't brake and you rotate, you might hit with your back, with your head, who knows. Very dangerous. I'm telling you, it is very dangerous. So a couple of variables there that needs to be controlled. This comes with time. When it is your first time, try your best to stay straight. To do that, keep your hands, both hands, onto the lanyard of a pulley, and that one gives you control. Don't put your hands in front of a pulley, because that one is a no-no. You can cut your fingers, or even worse. Don't do that. Because it is the velocity, the force, the weight of your body pulling down on the zip line, and if you put your fingers in front of that, you might, oh, that one is dangerous, so don't do that. Your hands should be on the lanyard of a pulley, or at most on the pulley, the pulley allows, when the way they are built, all of them allow, one on the rope, one on the pulley, and this gives you some control. And If really has to happen, behind. Let's suppose you have to brake with your hand. Now, to be able to brake with your hand, you have to have thick full finger gloves. Thick leather full finger gloves. Will your hand burn? Most probably yes. Will your hand get cut? If it might be. So doing that, braking with your hand by gripping the zip line is dangerous. You should do that only if it is the last resort and there is nothing else you can do. Only that. Otherwise, don't do that. So where your hands should stay. My advice, first time, both on the lanyard that connects you to the pulley, both there. You'll usually keep also the lanyards of a Via Ferrata set that they sit on the same zip line, on the cable, on the zip line. Why? Because you don't want them to go back and drag you. You want them to have a slack, but then stay here in the same area. You keep your hands there. If you have some experience, you can put one of the hands on the pulley, above the pulley. Dangerous, because if it slips or something, dangerous. Good. And that's that. Have full finger gloves. My advice to you is have full finger gloves. What do you need to do ziplining on Via Ferrata? You need, so these are the dangers, this is how you control, and this is what you have to pay attention to. What is the requirement to do ziplining on a Via Ferrata? You need a high efficiency double pulley. Very single pulleys, they might work, but they are for different purposes, not for ziplining on a Via Ferrata. So buy a double pulley made for ziplining. My advice to you. You can go with something else, but it is your choice. Make sure it is high efficiency and robust pulley, if single pulley, if you go with that, but I don't advise you to do that. So you need the pulley, which is the double pulley for high efficiency double pulley for Via Ferrata. Then you need the lanyard that connects your belay loop to the pulley. So this is extra to the Via Ferrata gear that you usually have. Then also extra is a carabiner and 80 centimeters lanyard. Why do you need this? Because usually zip lines have a safety line. That safety line is there in case something happens, you connect yourself to that, and if you drop from the pulley, that one will catch you. This is how it is supposed to work. Hopefully that will never ever happen to you. Good. So you need the pulley, the lanyard for the pulley, a carabiner and a long lanyard that will connect you to the safety line of safety lifeline of the zip line. And that's pretty much all. So it is 4 components that you need. And the full finger gloves. You might have full finger gloves already because you do the Via Ferrata. The thing is, they are different gloves, and you'll see it in the video, because they are thick, they are full finger, and they protect well what I'm using. So it's separate from what I'm usually using on a Via Ferrata. So it's 5 elements. Full finger thick leather gloves, the pulley, high efficiency pulley for ziplining, the lanyard for the pulley, the lanyard for the safety lifeline system with a carabiner for the same purpose. 5 elements. How do you connect them? You connect the pulley to the zip line, then the carabiners of the Via Ferrata set stay on the same cable of the zip line behind the pulley, not in front, behind. Then you connect the lanyard to the pulley and to your belay loop. It might be just the lanyard, as in my case. You might use carabiners, but I advise to only use the lanyard. So connect the lanyard to your pulley and then to your belay loop, and then put the pulley on the zip line. Keep the carabiners of the Via Ferrata set behind the pulley, and then put the safety lifeline system, which is connected to the belay loop. Connect the carabiner of that to the safety lifeline of to the lifeline of the zip line. Oh, so many lifelines. I hope you kept pace with me, and I'm coherent in how I'm saying it, hopefully. Good. And that's that. Now you can zipline. Well, sit a bit in the whole system to make sure it's properly connected and it is there. And then just push yourself and hope for the best, literally. If you know the zipline, you'll know how it will end. But if you don't know it, you'll hope for the best. This is the video, this is the tutorial. I know I was all over the place, but follow me mentally and then watch the video 1 or 2 or 3 times, and will be enough for you to understand what you have to do there. I don't think I missed anything. The dangers, the system, what is made of, how you put the system together, I described it and you'll see it in the video, and then how you zipline, and then, yes, in case you stop midway or you stop before the end or far ahead from the end, then you have to pull yourself with the hands like the firefighters. It is easy technique, you just have to put the effort. Should I explain that? I don't think so. I'm pretty confident you know what I'm speaking about. So stay safe out there. Ziplining is not easy, it is dangerous, can get you into trouble. I'm always afraid of it. You'll hear it in the video. You already heard it most probably. So yes, but my life, I'm always saying that because, well, the moment you start sliding, it is up to the system, and then you pray for the best because you don't know what you have at the end. This zipline in the video, it's amazing, it's well calibrated, it has a spring at the end, so in case of something, that one will absorb the shock. It is well built, but I never encountered one which is not, but you never know. So stay safe out there, have fun. Remember, safety is very important. Don't take it for granted. Check 10 times. It doesn't matter who's laughing at you. Make sure you have all the equipment, all the gear properly installed, properly utilized, properly put together in a way to be best utilized and keep you safe, because your life is the most important. Yes, we go there, we want to have fun. Hopefully we will never get into trouble. So to lower the chances of that, we need to be smart. Thank you for watching. I know you are there. I know it is useful. Well, many of you are saying that. For me, it's not easy to keep building this content, but I'm doing my best. Good luck to all of us. Let's have an amazing summer up there on the Via Ferrata, right? Before I go, if I understood properly, I have to keep the pulley on the right cable, and then I have my safety here. Now I'm using this long because I don't know how much my weight will drag me apart from this line, hence I keep it long like this. It is a safe line. If something happens, well, we should catch me, right? Well, right. Wish me good luck. I'm going on the zip line. Wish me good luck. Fuck my life. Give me a moment. So I've added these gloves because they are thicker in case I have to hold the line to brake, then I'll do that. It's not necessary because I already did it once. I know what it is about, but just in case. Good. The system is the same, nothing changed. So I have here the safety lifeline connected to the resting system. Let me sit on it. So everything is good. I'm sitting because I've tested the equipment, but in between I've disconnected. Nothing changed. So I am good to go. I'll keep one hand here with the camera. I'll keep one hand here to have a carabiner sitting properly. And this is that. Let's do it. Yeah. before I go, if I understood properly, I have to keep the pulley on the right cable, and then I have my safety here. Now I'm using this long because I don't know how much my weight will drag me apart from this line, hence I keep it long like this. It is a safe line. If something happens, well, this should catch me, right? Well, right. Wish me good luck. I'm going on the zip line.